Okay guys, this is a blues riff in B, and watch me for the changes, okay? And another thing, try and keep up. Stratman Steve here again. So today we're going to talk about why I even picked up the guitar. And so, as you've seen in that intro, I think one of the first memories of me wanting to play guitar was obviously, yes, going to sound a little bit cliche, like McFly. I used to be obsessed with Back to the Future and just that scene from Back to the Future Part 1, where obviously Marty McFly gets up and plays Johnny B. Good and the crowd's like, whoa, what is this? So that's one of the first reasons I started or wanted to learn to play. And I remember, so in school at the time, I used to play keyboard and my dad taught me the keyboard. You know, I played at a fairly decent level. I wasn't as good as him and never will be. But I remember going in year 7, secondary school, going into a music class and, playing some I don't know, Fly Me to the Moon or something like that. And the music teacher was like, how do you know this sort of stuff? I was like, my dad. And I was into my dad's sort of music, it was mainly jazz. And everyone in the class were kind of taking the mickey at me at the time. But what I didn't realise was a lot of them, although they may not have been able to play keyboard, they were playing guitar. And I was like, oh, I gotta fit in with these cool kids, man. I'm gonna have to learn guitar. So that's what made me, or forced me even, to start playing guitar. So progressively as I got better, Beat It by Michael Jackson, obviously Eddie Van Halen playing on that, also inspired me to keep, playing and learning. And that song really, for me, I remember being in the car with Dad, I was like, oh, do you think I'll ever be able to play that solo? Obviously now I can, but it was just one of those songs where it was proper virtuoso technique. I was like, am I ever going to be able to get that level? And, one day I mastered it. But also a heavy influence of mine around that time, back in we're talking 2002 to 2007. Classic. I know you shouldn't really play this. Heavy into Guns N' Roses at that time. And Slash especially, very, and I think Eddie Van Halen as well. Both Eddie Van Halen and Slash, very blues influenced. You can really hear it in their playing. They're playing a lot of the pentatonic stuff and the blues scales and, all those harmonic pentatonics, whatever you want to call them. But they're all based around that real bluesy tone, and that's what I love. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you like this video, like and subscribe obviously, but also comment down below what inspired you to pick up the guitar and what made you keep playing. Always remember, end on a